Welcome to the Wendy Sashimi podcast, where I keep it raw and real. Hey, everybody, I'm back. I usually do seasons, but I was like, screw it. I'm just going to do episodes because it's easier. But let me know in the comments what you think's better. Like, is it better to be more organized? Typically, I did 8 episodes per season. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. But we're on episode 18. Title: Pretty and Petty. I'm trying to channel my inner Cardi B because I'm going to get real raw and real in this episode. I hope y'all ready. Today is my second day of my period. It's super heavy. Oh my God. Like, filled up my pad. Like, it looked like a crime scene down there. I know, TMI, but this is how I scare off the people who aren't meant to listen to me. Because I'm a huge advocate for women, because I am a woman and I love women. And honestly, we should really have paid period time off. Period. Holla. Thumbs up if you agree with me. Yeah, I mean, it does all types of shit to your body, makes you feel tired, cramps. Look, if you're watching this via video, I have a pimple in the middle between my eyes, like not even up above my eyebrows. Like there, it's kind of funny because I have a little mole between my eyebrows, and right below it is a pimple between my eyes. So it looks like I have 2 dots in the middle of my right. Anyway, that's not what this podcast is about. I know y'all have been tuning in via my Instagram or somewhere else. I'm about to drop the tea, and it's piping hot, baby. Let's get it. This is a story about following your gut, following your intuition. Always listen to that because I definitely should have listened to mine. This is a story about 2 people who I thought were my good friends, but were actually not. Fake as fuck. And they show their true colors. I'm glad better late than never, but to be honest, I was confused and hurt. So let's get into what happened. A bit more background about these 2 friends. They're a couple. One, I would consider my friend. Like, this person checked in on me. They sent me texts like, "Hey, Wendy, how's it going? Wellness check." And sent me a hearty salad when I had inflamed armpits. Like, I really thought this person was my friend. The other person, I would consider them more like their girlfriend. They try, like, I had a gut feeling of why couldn't I feel close to them? We hung out quite a bit because they moved from SoCal to SF about 2 years ago, and they were looking for community. They're both also queer women. And I was like so excited. I was like, sweet, awesome. Yeah, let's be friends. And we met via another good friend. So I was like, okay, cool. I think I could trust these people. So we hung out every so often. We'd go to Jolene's together. I guess thinking back at it, I guess these were more like my party friends, but we did have some intimate talks about transgenerational trauma. A lesson I've learned, which is kind of sad, but being queer and Asian, sometimes the people who will hurt you the most are people in your communities. I understand it comes from a lot of trauma that we've been all through, but also I think these people just aren't emotionally mature and didn't know how to navigate their feelings. So I'm going to tell you what happened, and then you tell me your comments and feedback. I'm open. I'm open to suggestions, but so far everyone I've told, almost everyone I've come across has sided with me. So here we go. So here are this couple who I thought were my good friends. One was someone I thought was my friend, and then her girlfriend. On Halloween of this year, they hung out with 2 other queer couples. Let's call them couple 1 and couple 2. Couple 1, 2 people who, I don't know, I thought were close friends with my friends. So that couple often hung out with them, and I really thought they were good friends. Couple number two are my friends who just met everybody else. And I know my friends are good people. So them and their partner, they all hung out on Halloween. And I guess a couple days before, this other couple, bear with me, it all makes sense. This other couple that just got engaged, also a queer couple, so like kudos to them cuz especially this time and age. So that couple I also thought were good friends with the friend and her girlfriend cuz they invited them to their birthday last year. But they were complaining that they weren't that close, so they got annoyed that they called them to tell them about their engagement. They were like, "Oh, they were so excited, like rubbing it in our faces, like, "Oh, we're engaged." I was like, "Shouldn't you just say congratulations?" I was thinking all this in my head. I didn't say anything because I was like trying to be a good friend and trying to listen, right? They were complaining about this to the two couples they were with during Halloween. And then the girlfriend was complaining that they also called us an hour after our therapy session. In my head also, I was like, why would how would they know when you're therapy? And why did I did ask her, I was like, then why'd you pick up? And they're like, we felt bad, they never call us. And I'm like, well, if you didn't have capacity, then just call them later. Red flag. Already a red flag right there. And then a few days later, the friend got a text message from one of the couples who got engaged and said, "Hey, this is going to sound really weird, but I got a message from a burner account on Instagram." And it said, "Hey, congrats on your engagement, but just want to tell you, not everyone's happy for you. Not everyone is your real friend." Particularly, and they said the name of the girlfriend and told that engaged couple everything that they said. What? Yeah, messy. Mind you, all these people are in their 30s. Yes, bitch, 30s. And yeah, wild, right? Like this had to come from a burner account. And so the friend was like, no, they took it out of context. We didn't mean it like that. We're happy for you, blah, 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 blah. Sidebar. I know the engaged couple will listen to this episode. So if you're listening, although the burner account was petty and weird, they are correct. They were talking shit about your engagement. And so they got mad. And obviously, it had to be one of the two couples who were there with them on Halloween, right? So they're pissed. They're like, oh my God, these people we thought were friends. But also, when I think back on it, how are you going to get that mad when you talked shit, but then it got back to the person you talked shit about? Where's the accountability? For me, I know when I talk shit, I'll say it to your face first and foremost. But if I talk shit behind someone's back and it got back to them, I just be like, "Well, caught red-handed. Yeah, I did it. My bad." But yeah, I really think that. Like I'd hold accountability. This couple that I thought were my friends took it to a whole nother level. So they had a meeting with the two couples that they were hanging out with on Halloween because it got to be one of them. And they confronted them. They were like, hey, we just want to know why you did it, who did it, and just come clean. So, couple number one, they apparently also, I wasn't there. The main thing, I was not there or a part of any of this. Hold that in your butt pocket. So, couple number one, apparently, according to the friends and the girlfriend, they were laughing and not paying attention. Couple number two, my friends, were concerned, empathetic, asking questions, and also they would never do shit like that. That is like super petty and weird. It's just weird. An hour passes by and no one fesses up. Nobody. So they ended the call. the friend and the girlfriend were pissed, confused, angry. Sure, you don't know who your friends are. So apparently, the friend talked to couple number one. Couple number one said, "Hey, I actually told 4 other people about what your girlfriend said about that engaged couple." And they're like, "What?" But that person didn't admit to being the burner account. They just said they told 4 other people. And so the friend's like, "What? Why would you do that?" Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so it was like through text. Then I guess that week they hung out, and then the couple number one told the girlfriend that they only told 2 people. The math is not mathing. So the friend texted couple number one, "Why did you tell me you told 4 people, but you told my girlfriend 2 people? Math is not mathing." Then the couple number one responded, "I'm not going to go back and forth about you accusing me of something I didn't do. Let me know how you want to move forward with this friendship." It was like a long text. And so they're like, "What the fuck? Da 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 da." I feel like it's pretty obvious who it is. Also comment, please. I'm curious. Who, like, okay. I'm not done. And then the girlfriend, so mind you, that was Halloween, a couple days after, mid-November, the girlfriend planned for the friend's birthday party. And everyone was invited. So mid-November, the birthday party comes. Everybody goes except the couple number one. Sus. Rewind. Couple days before the birthday, the friend and the girlfriend called me. At this point, I didn't know anything. I didn't go to Halloween. I didn't ask them about it. I don't know anything. I was in Elk Grove hanging out with my mama, okay? Out of drama. They called me and they're like, "Hey, we need a friend." And I was like, "Okay, go ahead, call me, I'm free." And they were telling me all the story, everything I told you. And I felt really bad because honestly, my experience with these people, they were genuine, they were nice. But I did notice they often had stories about hanging with other queer people who did them dirty or something weird. And I thought that was interesting because I'm like, why does this always happen to them? And so I was just listening. I was like, "Dude, so sorry that happened. That sucks." Siding with them, like, "That's weird. You thought these people were your friends, da da da." And then they were like, "Yeah, we feel like we can't trust anyone," and da da. I'm like, I wasn't there. And they're like, "Yeah, we know, we know." And then when I confronted them they were talking about couple number one, and they were like, "Well, we weren't that close anyway. We actually didn't like them. They always talked about themselves." And I was like, "I thought you were good friends." And then me putting 2 and 2, I was like, "I thought they were my good friends." And I straight up asked them, "That's interesting. I thought you were good friends. What do you say about me?" And they were like, "No, no, 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 we don't talk about you. We love you. You're a good friend. Like, no, it's not like that with you." I don't know. It feels like a gaslighting, toxic boyfriend. So I was like, "Okay, all right." Once again, if I got a problem with you, I'll say it. So they told me all this, and mind you, they took 2 hours of my time ranting about this. And I was like, "Okay, yeah, that sucks." And I was straight up like, "Okay, give me the burner account. I'll message them myself." Because I felt bad for them. These are my friends, and I felt protective. And we ended with like, "All right, well, let's have a good time. Friend's birthday is coming up, but I know it's gonna be hard, but let's just have a good time and celebrate them." The birthday comes up mid-November. I also noticed not many people from their last year's birthday was there. I thought that was kind of interesting. And so we drank, we karaoke, we have a good time. We went to gay bars, went to Jolene's. We had a great time. And I was like, "Dude, I love you, bro." Like this friend was my bro, okay? We were super close and vulnerable with each other. And I really To be honest, I still care for that friend. Okay, I'm not getting to the juice yet. Birthday happens, all good. We text after, exchanging photos, videos, ha-haing, we're all hungover. And then the friend sent me a long text saying how much they appreciated our friendship. Thank you for donating to my birthday gift. I donated money, my own money, to this friend's birthday gift. So sent me this long, grateful, thankful text for a friendship. I was like, oh, that's really sweet. Love you too, dude. I think a week goes by. Mind you, the friend and their girlfriend are usually always looking at my stories, like always. You know who your fans are. And I noticed they stopped looking. So I checked the girlfriend's Instagram. And mind you, the girlfriend is notorious for unfriending people, that she just cuts people out. Fine. Do whatever. That's your life, right? And then I noticed she unfollowed me and made me unfollow her. Honestly, I didn't care that much because I knew this person was, I'm gonna say it, kind of mentally unstable. And I'm not one to make fun of people with mental health issues because, hey, I've dealt with depression before. I've been in therapy for 10 years or so, off and on. And this video will be sponsored by BetterHelp. Use my discount code Wendy Sashimi for 20% off. Just kidding. So I just knew it just wasn't a surprise to me because this person was like, also, I noticed she always complained about losing friends. I want y'all to remember this. There's a problem when someone always complains about losing friends and it being so hard to make friends, which I get. It is hard to make friends after college. But when that person complains about it, and when you think they're close with other people, but they're actually not and talk shit behind their backs, and then when that person finds out that they talk shit behind their backs and then they get mad about it, it's like, what the fuck? Maybe the problem is you. Anyway, the girlfriend unfriended me. Not a big deal. Sure. Whatever. I was more of the friend's friend anyway. Check the friend's Instagram. They were still following me. I was like, all right, whatever. Cool. Just give them some space. Then another week goes by. I remember it was a Monday morning. A crisp Monday morning. I was getting up, getting ready to go to H Mart with my best friend Randy because I have friends that last a long time. And I checked the friend's Instagram and they unfollowed me and made me unfollow them. Mind you, nothing has happened in between their birthday and this point. I guess maybe it's 2 weeks after their birthday. And last we left was that long, grateful text for friendship, blah, 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 blah. That meant nothing. And I was hurt. I was confused. I was like, what the fuck? Like, they didn't reach out to me, talk to me about anything. Like, yeah, I know. Social media is social. But if someone you thought was your good friend unfollowed you and made you unfollow them, that's drama. That's drama. And so I texted this friend. Let me get my phone. I texted that friend. Yo, it's fucking weird that you unfollowed me and made me unfollow you. What's going on? You know I don't deal with this weird passive aggressive shit, especially after sending me that previous long message. I'm pretty hurt and confused, to be honest. That friend responded within 4 minutes. The guilt. Wendy, as you know, I've been really hurt and confused and going through a difficult time right now. I'm working through these things with my therapist. That's not working. But had to shift my focus to school for now. I want to hop on a call with you at some point. Please understand. I replied, okay, wait, so is it nothing I said or did and just that? I can understand that. But I wish you could have communicated that to me as your friend because it's pretty hurtful to find out that way. I'm going to respect your boundaries and give you some space. I do care about you and wish you peace. And they responded, thank you. I'm still processing everything myself. Bitch, get a new therapist, please. Oh my God. I feel like also the other red flag was that they were always going through some shit. Like, I get it. Some people have problems, but also all these people are in their like 30s. Like, get it together. I've been through some shit. I've been through hell and back. And you know what? I got through it. And in a healthy way. And if it was unhealthy, I took accountability for myself. So at this point, I'm like, what the fuck? So confused. I was hurt, but maybe less hurt because then I took a step back. It was like, okay, these people are obviously emotionally immature. They don't know how to communicate. And they're probably associating me with this group of people who hurt them, which is wild because I considered myself a good friend. So maybe that's why you don't have friends, because you don't know how to treat your good friends. That's wild to me. And you know what? I know they're going to watch this video. I know. So I have a message for them. For the friend and the girlfriend, the former friend and girlfriend. Thank you for the good memories we had. We did have fun. We had some good conversations. And I will value those times we had. But also thank you for showing me your true colors. I'm glad we weren't friends for more than 2 years, because that would have been a huge waste of my time. And I don't like wasting my time. When people leave my life, I know that's because the universe is protecting me. So really, thank you, universe. To the friend, actually, back to both of them. Get new therapists, please. You can use my discount code Wendy Sashimi at betterhelp.com. 20% off. I feel like y'all be weaponizing therapy, and that's wrong. That's what straight white men do. Like, what the fuck? Like, I have to process things. Like, what do you gotta process? You talk shit about someone, they found out, so take accountability, right? Like, don't talk shit if you're not ready to have a clap it back. Mind you, sure, some people thought your friends weren't your friends, but then you also talked shit about them, because then you said you weren't that close, but you still kicked it. Please read a book about emotional intelligence, maturity. Learn how to communicate. Maybe ask your therapist, hey, how do I communicate with people I have issues with? Or how do I communicate that if they told me, hey, Wendy, we're going to unfollow you because we're taking space and we're going through a lot right now. I would have been like, cool, none taken, like, wish you peace. I'm here if you need me. It would have gone so differently. Instead of going behind my back and doing this shit, that's wild. That's wild. And I know they talking shit, like, right? Also, I feel like when I deal with people like this, they're often super insecure. Because I am very secure with myself. I know who I am. I have friends. I have friends that date back from freaking 8th grade and a lot in college. Like, I have really great fucking friends. I fucking love you. You listening? You listening? Love you. They rock with me hard because what you see is what you get. If I got a problem with you, I'll say it to your face. If I did you wrong, and this is not anything like toxic or anything that, if someone does do you really, really dirty, like, cut them out. But, if I made a mistake or whatever in our friendship, I will take accountability. I will say, hey, I'm sorry, I did this. How can I earn your trust back? How can we move forward? Boom. I know it seems really hard for people to do these days, but I'm 36. This ain't my first rodeo. I know how to communicate. And I'm trying to give more grace to this, but I have a message for the friend, the former friend. Because, yeah, I was really hurt. And speculations, telling this to other friends, are probably like, oh, her girl was probably going through it. So, the friend was like, yo, I'm going to ride with my girlfriend and be in this with her. Well, if you keep doing that, y'all gonna ride to hell together, okay? And I'm gonna just say this, like, so much clarity has gone through my brain lately. I'm gonna say this to that ex friend: break up with your girlfriend, dump her. She got problems. That poison probably sleeped into you. I mean, I'm hoping you weren't always super fake. I'm usually right about toxic exes. Like any friend I've advised to, hey, maybe this person isn't good for you. Actually, not maybe. This person isn't good for you because A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I've always been right. So that's probably a hard pill to swallow, but I'm glad you're listening. Dump her. All in all, this is another lesson learned. For a minute, I did question my intuition. I was like, yo, I thought these people were my friends, and they weren't. They were fake as fuck. But I can't blame myself. Some people are really good at acting and manipulative. Like, how do you. And they also unfriended and re-unfollow whatever with the couple number 2, my other friends, who are also really good people. And so the problem wasn't me. The problem was them. I was a little hard on myself for not trusting my gut, because that feeling came a bit after, of like, why can't I get close? Why can't I feel safe with these people? Like truly safe emotionally. And so, just always follow your intuition, your gut. You're usually right. Honestly, I don't feel the need to explain myself. I know who I am. I know I have really rich, amazing friendships. I know my character. Everyone else knows my character. I have integrity. Look it up. And I'm super grateful for the people that I do have in my life. And maybe more grateful since this incident. Bigger yet, this helped me see how mentally strong I am, how emotionally mature I was in handling the situation. And I'm really proud of myself, because old Wendy would have reacted in a really nasty way. So kudos to me for my growth. Special shout out, thanks to my therapist, Christina. I definitely got my money's worth, and I hope. So it's not that I'm not going to make any new friends, especially in the queer woman community. I think also, I mean, going back to what I said, the people who will hurt you the most is from your community, but the people who will heal you the most is also in your community. Also, I must add, anytime we went out, I would pick them up from their place in SF and drive them to where we were going to hang out, and then drop them back off at home several times. And another thing, the girlfriend asked me for advice, like career advice or like how to take a mental health break, because they were feeling depressed and work was burning them out. I took time out of my day. They reached out to me. The girlfriend reached out to me. It was like, hey, I really want your advice. And I was like, sure, yeah, I have time. And then was like super grateful, thank you, whatever. And I'm like, damn, these bitches were ungrateful as fuck. So to those former friends, I do wish you healing. And I do wish that you eat, but not at my table. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. That's the tea. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts. Comment below. Thanks for listening. Peace, easies. Wendy Sashimi.